Dust don't speak, but it listens close. Every step leaves a debt you owe. Steel and sweat in the burning light. We took what gleam, we called it right. Rails cut scars through thirsty land. Gold in our eyes, blood on our hands. Old songs buried under stone. But the ground remembers what we've done. Hear it hum beneath your feet, a heartbeat slow, a promise deep. The ground remembers, the ground remembers every name carved into the sand. The ground remembers, the ground remembers what awaits when gods don't stay down. Town lights flicker, engines cry. Faith so cheap, truth walks by. Prayers whispered, bullets pray louder. Hope tastes like dust and powder. We said the past was dead and gone, but it's been waiting all along. Every crack, every seam, something stirs beneath the gleam. Feel it crawl through iron and bone. This land won't let us walk alone. The ground remembers, the ground remembers every lie we tell to stand. The ground remembers, the ground remembers what rises when we take too much land. You can run, you can ride, you can bury it deep inside. But when the earth decides to speak, it don't roar, it reads. Low and slow the shadow grows. Not a beast, not a ghost, just the cost, just the cost. Dust settles, but stone keeps score.
Pretty land, you kept your secrets well, locked them down beneath the dust and shell. But I've got patience, honey, I've got time, and patience always finds the sweetest mind. What the ground gives up, you better take it fast. Pretty things
If you don't have you ahead of seal, get you one and you will feel all the love the world could cheer. Head on steel, always
before
near.
the tide comes in. What the ground gives up, I'm taking it for me. Folks around here pray to what's below, light their candles for the things they don't know. Me, I don't pray, I just follow the vein. Some call it blasphemy, I call it gain. What the ground gives up, you better take it fast. Pretty things don't keep, and nothing good will last. So I'll drink it down before the tide comes in. What the ground gives up, I'm taking it for me. Oh, the preachers say the earth will have its due. Let the preachers say whatever preachers do. I've seen what sleeps beneath this cracking clay, and I intend to be long gone that day. What the ground gives up, I'll take it to the last. Pretty things don't keep, and nothing good will last. So raise your glass now before the night comes in. What the ground gives up is already mine. Already mine. Dust settles, darling, but the gold is mine.
Well, oh, wow, there's a lot going on. Well, well, well. Well, wait, hold on. Okay. All right, you can hear me. You just can't see me right now. That's what I take. Is that correct? Hang on. Hold on. Let's see. Wow. You know, having a player out causes all kinds of problems. My camera. Where is my camera? Well, welcome in everybody, and thank you for showing up for the stream. Sorry, it's like insane here. At the beginning, I don't know what happened, but here we are. Camera there. There we are, and now I exist. That's good news. Cap? No, it's not a lens cap. It's the it was the thing. Okay, and then let's see. Question. Okay, hey guys. That's really loud. There we go. That's a little better. All right. We have the we got some background music. The voice in my head exists. There is a man. Okay. Well, welcome in. Let me fix Roberto, because that's not Roberto at all. Even a little bit. That's not. Not that one. This one. There it is. Okay. This real fast. There it is. Okay, good. All right. Twitch has things for all of these things. There's ways to fix it. So we're going to fix it slowly but surely. Welcome in, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. My name is... now, we're how many minutes into the stream? My name is Orpheus Quine, and I will be your game master tonight. Your dungeon daddy, if you will. Your GM daddy is what I will be tonight. Let's bring in our crew. You can find them. Hang on 1 second. To the top of your screen, there's nobody, because that is an empty space. In the middle of your screen, the divine arm of Shifu's blessed light, it's Silas Ashburnham.
What up?
What up? Hello and welcome. And to the bottom of your screen, the sharpest of shooters, it's Billy. Well, that was weird.
Hello, all.
You shouted so loud that I think you just completely clipped out.
Yep. You read it out.
Nice.
Delightful. Good stuff. Well, hey everybody, welcome in, and welcome to this is episode 10 of this thing.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys noticed this, but we've been doing this for 10 episodes.
In 20 weeks.
Well, yeah.
Crushing it.
Yeah, maybe 40 weeks. I don't know. Listen, there's over 24 hours of this game, or T-Rex is very loud. Either Discord is loud or T-Rex is loud. Well, both of those are possible. Oh wow, yeah.
I don't know why my mic does this every time.
That's weird. Okay, hold on. It's because you're coming through the main channel and not the Discord audio channel. That's weird.
Interesting.
Wow, what is it with OBS, man? Why do I have a piece of software that every single week I have to reset everything on? Why is that?
I mean, to be fair, it is free and open source.
Yeah, I guess it's true, technically speaking. This.
Thank you, Archerus.
Thank you, Archerus. Okay, I think I've got them. I think I've got them on the right channel. Let me just get the if I can get sound on the channel. There we go. Now I think we're in. Okay, so now I have music on a separate channel from you guys. I have you guys on a separate channel. Wow, it's a very complicated thing. It's like 4 hours of engineering. I love to hear you. Just slightly lower. Like a lot lower. Like a lot lower. All right. Well, listen, so it's our 20th episode. Again, there are over 24 hours. So if you wanted to watch the whole story of this game play out so far, it would take you a whole day. Like one whole physical day to watch it, which is crazy to me. So thank you for those what have hung around for the amazingness that's gone on. We're going to get to the story in just a minute, but I want to do some housekeeping stuff first. First, I want to remind you that at any time, if you would like to cheer at the players, all you have to do is you have to put your cheer in chat, mention one of their names. It could be capitalized, lowercase, as long as it's spelled right, it doesn't matter. That will go towards them. Every 100 bits they get increases their meter. And when they get 100 bits, they get a charge. They can spend 1 charge to roll with advantage. They can spend 2 charges to re-roll any roll. And they can spend 3 charges to do a special power-up move that I have created selectively for each of them, which they love.
Give us power-ups, people.
Exactly. They need it. They're gonna need it a lot. Probably this week.
Oh no!
I don't know.
I'm getting into more fights.
I could be wrong. They might need it a lot.
We need to roll crits though, don't we? That's the goal.
Yeah. Okay. So that's the other thing. Thank you for bringing it up. Look at that. It's like you knew where I was going with this.
I know. I'm so good at this.
You're so good. You're so good. This week is a special week because it's my 4th stream anniversary today. Actually, tomorrow, but tomorrow is my actual anniversary, so it didn't seem that right that I would do that. Seemed like it would be awkward. Although it was my actual anniversary when it went down. My wife was at work and Hitbo rated my channel. Happy stream anniversary. Thank you.
That's awesome.
Can you imagine like going out to dinner with your wife and being like, 1 second, wife. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs.
Yeah, right. Hey, thank you for the gifted. So a couple of things about that. First of all, gifted subs right now are at a discount. Twitch provides me a discount that I can extend a few times a year on gifted subs. Weirdly, it only lets me extend the discount for packages of 5 or more. I don't know. I think Twitch thinks people just have a lot of money, which is fine. So if you gift 5 or more subs, you get a 35% discount. That's great. But more importantly for you, for those of you that are out there, we're doing some amazing giveaways today. We're actually going to do 6 giveaways on today's stream to commemorate the day. So every time a crit is rolled, either by me, your humble servant, the game master, or by one of our players, anytime a crit is rolled, I'm going to pull we're gonna pull a winner. The first winner is going to get the first 3 winners will get hand painted by me miniatures of our 3 characters in the game. So the first one that we'll give away will be Billy.
Sweet.
Then we'll give away Silas. Then we're gonna give away Roberto. These are custom made and printed here in my house. I'm gonna send them directly to you. And then we're going to give away 3 mystery dice sets. So I have mystery dice sets. They come in a blind bag. And I don't, unfortunately, they didn't get here. They're not getting here till tomorrow. So I don't have them to show you. But they're just, it's a full dice set. D20, 12, 10 percentile die, 6, and 4. And they will be there for your role-playing excitement. Very excited for those. So if you yes, what?
I have a custom or like a dice set like that.
Yes.
And the D6 is currently my GPU support bracket.
That seems like a terrible idea.
No, without it, like it sags a ton. And if I use the built-in one,
yeah,
it would clip the fan, so that one of the fans wouldn't be able to spin.
So you have the D6. The D6 is your support bracket.
A D6 holding up my incredibly expensive graphics card.
That seems fine.
Saving it.
That seems perfectly fine. What could possibly go wrong?
It's worked really well.
Yeah. All right. So so that's all going on right now. The link to enter the giveaway, you enter the giveaway with loyalty points. That link has been pinned by the Mod Squad. Thank you, Mod Squad, for doing that. And that's where we're at. So let's get into the game. Are you guys ready? Are we ready to?
I'm so
right.
ready.
Do we want to play? Should we play Daggerheart this week? I don't know.
We should play Daggerheart.
I think maybe we should play Daggerheart. I don't know. So last week, as you may remember, our heroes had descended into the mine. The old mine, mind you, not the new mine. The new mine is a perfectly legitimate operation as far as anybody knows. But the old mine has a sense of mystery around it since it was mysteriously purchased from the town or from the Confederacy by we don't know who, by somebody.
Somebody mysterious.
A mysterious person or persons, we don't know. And nobody seems to know. So our adventurers delved down into the mine. Now, when they did so, they were beset by many. Meet the new mine, different than the old mine. Well, I mean, same as the old mine. As far as we know, we don't know. This is the old mine. They descended down into it, and after being almost murdered by a number of crystalline spiders, they found themselves at the bottom, where they. Oh, jeez. Gotta remember to turn those off. Are there fancy FOIA requests? I don't know what that means.
Oh, it's a Freedom of Information Act. That's how you get information
pretty
from the
much. Okay.
government.
Yeah, sorry.
Do we have those?
Maybe there are. I don't
should
know.
fill out a FOIA.
I don't know. Did you fill out the forms? Did you fill them
I
out
have
in
not filled them
duplicate?
I feel like, though, it's one of those that you fill out, and as soon as they know something, they just go, okay, yeah, where do you want to meet up so we can give you the information? And you
Yes.
show up, and they just shoot you.
And no one ever sees you again.
Yep.
By the way, I am drinking from, I mentioned this on stream earlier. This is also a custom printed and hand painted fantasy tankard.
Is that a beer cozy?
Yeah, it holds my non-alcoholic beer inside of it.
I was thinking I need one of those for my energy drink habits.
Yeah, 100%. So if you're interested in that, I will absolutely send you the file. Just let me know. They descended down into this thing. They found a gigantic crystal that was pulsing in the many colors. As we know, Essentia is the strange magical crystal that powers the technology of this dark Western world. And but of late, our adventurers have found many different kinds of crystals that seem to be Essentia crystals. Normal Essentia is a bright purple color, a very World of Warcraft hue. But lately, they've found red crystals, they found green crystals, and they found a dark crystal. Imagine, if you will, a dark crystal. There should be a movie. Somebody should make a movie about a dark crystal. Maybe there could be
That
puppets.
seems familiar.
Yeah, there could
I
be
don't know.
puppets. I don't know. I'm spitballing.
Am I missing it? What is this?
You don't?
Oh my gosh.
Do you not know the Dark Crystal? Really?
No.
It's a movie.
Wow.
I would watch that. Be real.
Oh wow.
Is it called the Dark
It's
Crystal?
called the Dark
The
Crystal.
Dark Crystal is the name of the
Yeah.
movie.
The Jim
Oh, yeah, no, I've
Henson
never heard
like
of it.
joint. No?
Yeah, it's
Jim. I don't know
essentially-
who Jim Henson.
Oh my
is.
gosh.
Oh my gosh, this is getting even worse.
Well, that's our stream, everybody.
Oh
The
my
show's
gosh.
canceled.
No,
We're never
Jim
coming
Henson,
back.
The creator of the Muppets, my man.
I never watched the Muppets as a child.
The first voice of Kermit the Frog.
Oh boy.
Hello.
Yoda. You know Yoda? Have you heard of Yoda?
I have heard of Yoda.
Okay,
That
Jim
is
Henson
Jim
made him.
Henson.
Maybe if there was a crystal light that we could believe in, head of steel. I'm not saying there's a metaphor here.
Crystal Light.
Believe
as
in me.
The drink mix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe in Crystal Light because I believe in me.
It's pretty good stuff.
They descended into into this thing. They found this mysteriously pulsing crystal. Wisely, our holy man Silas, devotee of the forgotten gods, specifically Shifu, the Lightbringer, descended into. As they watched, there was some kind of ritual being perpetrated upon this crystal. Something didn't feel quite right. So Silas and Roberto, his beloved sidekick, descended to talk them out of doing said ritual. This did not go well. Largely, it did not go well. The head researcher seemed to realize that they were not, in fact, they didn't belong there. And the crystal itself seemed to take some sort of umbrage with their presence. To wit, it first decrystalled the head researcher, turning her into some kind of avatar of the crystalline energy, which then proceeded to, in some way, poison Silas, and cause much havoc among the people. It later spawned some sort of monstrous abomination that was once a wasp, but became this giant kind of walking creature that laid much waste to the party. The party, realizing that the crystal was in some way imbuing this monstrous beast with some kind of regenerative strength, they decided it was time to escape. They jumped into a minecart like Indiana Jones and Short Round. I think of Billy as Short Round.
I don't know who that is.
Oh boy.
Oh, this is kidding.
You know, and I again, the show is canceled. I hope that you've all
Everybody, I
enjoyed the show.
apologize for his ignorance.
I hope you've all enjoyed it.
Did not like TV as a
Oh
child.
my gosh.
Indiana Jones
Oh,
and the
Indiana
Temple of
Jones?
Doom. Yes.
Yes,
I've never
the
seen
Temple of
Indiana
Doom.
Jones.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
I think I watched about 15 minutes of it once. Isn't this the guy who like drove a cart or something?
He drove a cart. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, that's the only part of the movie I've seen.
Yeah, Indiana Jones is the so it's here. Sorry,
Who's a
it
kart
Tiratex?
racer?
Billy. Indiana Jones is the inspiration for Mario Kart, the game.
I played that once.
I'm making dinner, and all I hear is Michael going, "Oh no! Oh my gosh!" I haven't watched Indiana Jones either. Okay, you do need to. It's important.
I haven't watched Lord of the Rings. That's what I need to watch.
T-Rex has no idea what we're talking about.
I don't know. I don't know what to do. Like, I'm poor.
Can we
I'm
get a watch
pulling
party going?
from a vast literary canon of Western works here. I mean, on the upside, it's good because you don't know when I'm just stealing plot lines outright, which I'm doing a
I
lot.
think there was one I predicted because of a movie I'd seen.
Yeah.
But I don't think you'd watched it.
The game hasn't even started. I know, right? We're what? Oh gosh, we're 30 minutes in.
I
the
was
game.
just doing the recap.
Okay.
All right, let me stop interrupting.
No, I'm gonna proceed. I've been I'm being hyper narrative here. So
I'm
anyway,
enjoying.
they escaped in a minecart. There was an exciting chase. They eventually crushed the chasing giant wasp thing under things. But they were spit out many miles away from the mesa. And what they were overlooking was a train station. A train station that should not exist, in fact. Because as far as we all know, being Drylands inhabitants, there is only one train line that goes through the Drylands, and it goes from the east, where the Confederation of Consolidated Corporations rules, to the west, to the western frontier, through the Drylands. Map. Yes, we have a map. So, yeah, this is where we find ourselves. They were spit out. Now, I'm gonna tee this up for you guys. The minecart, you kind of ground it to a stop very quickly. It spilled over. No. What actually happened is Billy cast entangling vines upon it.
Vicious Entangle.
Yeah, and this caused it to like lurch and to kind of catapult you out. So you went tumbling. The two of you kind of come to after this, and you're on this kind of catwalk expanse at the lip of a canyon. So you're up above everything, but you're looking down in, and you're seeing there's this railway station. There's this train, a very familiar black train, pure black, with just this arrowhead, this yellow arrowhead symbol on the side of it. There's a variety of different kind of offices. There's a couple of guard towers, similar to what you'd seen. Some tents where workers might live. A number of different cars. And yeah, this is what you're looking down on. Notably, though, and perhaps most important to our current conversation, is this. Roberto, the ribbit, which is for those of you who may be new, an anthropomorphic frogman, who often leaps before he looks. I think that's how we would say it.
Yep.
He is nowhere in
Mildly.
sight. And that's where we begin. It is a long way down to the canyon floor. The long way back to where you've come. You are a man short, which
Silas,
is
what
not
your
unusual because
HP?
he's always short.
Silas, how much like health, stress, all that are you looking at?
3 out of 7 HP. 3 out
Okay.
of 6 stress.
Okay. I will try to take a little more aggro today because I'm looking great on HP and stress. So hopefully I can help you out there.
So yeah. Silas took a little bit of a beating. In fact, Silas, one of the things that's going on is like you're still a little bit shaken. You had attempted in that place to kind of reach out to things, and what you got back was not the feedback that you expected. So you're
still sickly.
Yeah, you're still a little bit at odds, and you did take a little bit of something tainted you. If you recall, we did talk a lot about the taint
Yep.
last week. Yeah,
I was gonna say, is he
yeah.
in that region?
So something specific had kind of tainted you last week, and you're still feeling the results of that taint. Still feeling the taint this week. So yeah, it's I leave it to you. How would you like to proceed?
I think you can take the lead, Silas. I think this is a bit more up your wheelhouse.
I think it's time for us to do a little recon. We're above everybody. Like when we look down, like
Can we make a?
we see the train, but are there like lots of people around? Is it relatively empty?
Can I make
Like, what are we
a
looking
perception
at?
check to see like kind of how busy is this place? Kind of what's the vibe here? All that kind of stuff.
Yeah, 100%. Of course you can. You're gonna make a check, and this is gonna
Instinct?
be I have to pull up my here. Pull it up so the rest of the folks can see it as well.
I would also like to ask: the guard towers can't see up onto the mesa, can they?
The guard towers cannot see up to where you're at. I mean, they probably
Okay.
could, right? If somebody was looking specifically, they probably could. Okay.
But like if you were away from the edge and lower down, they really
Probably
couldn't see
just
up.
looking down at the entrance more than they are up at this catwalk.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. So I'm looking for you to make an instinct check, yes. So it's going to be perceive, sense, navigate. You're going to be making an instinct check, if you please.
Oh.
Oh.
13 with a little bit more fear than hope.
Okay, well, that's good for me. I get a fear. Oh, that's my last fear. I'm full of fear. This is delightful.
Not delightful.
Wow.
Also, I want to
Orpheus
point out to you,
fearful.
Silas, this is very suspicious to me because you almost never want to build things like this on low ground unless you're like, I guess, really trying to hide it because it would
Yeah.
flood easily. It's harder to defend, all that kind of stuff. And clearly, they have a fence, so they want to defend it. But they're keeping the fence off of the high ground. And as we know from our great friend Obi-Wan Kenobi,
Yes.
always want that high ground.
Right. One thing about the flooding, notably, this is in the middle of a desert.
Yeah, but deserts flood easier because the soil isn't used to water.
That's
Flash
true.
floods.
That's true. But
Flash flood, yeah.
okay, well let's deal with your role here then, real quick. First of all, the first thing that you notice is that while this does look kind of well put together, it's definitely not temporary. That's not the word I'm looking for. But it looks like it's still maybe under construction. Like it's been kind of put together relatively quickly, and improvements have been made over time. But it looks like
It was
maybe
a temporary thing that was permanent.
yeah, it's not. It's they've been here for maybe longer than they anticipated. What is the reading that you're getting? But it looks like it was never really intended to be like a permanent structure, if you will.
Permanent solutions, quite like the temporary ones.
Yes, a temporary solution for a permanent problem, as I like to say. What is this? What is happening?
What?
There's a music that's going on. I'm so sorry to everyone who's listening. Wow. That. Okay.
What was that? What was it?
Well, it apparently it jumped out of the playlist that I've created and decided to go onto another playlist. I guess that's a thing that I'll need to
Keep an eye on.
keep an eye on. Yeah. Okay. Well, here we have it. Yeah, there was some kind of weird, like, I don't know. There was some kind of ooh-woo music that was happening, and I didn't like it.
Doo-woo.
Yeah, like that.
I don't like hearing that.
I didn't like it at all. This is gonna be great for the YouTube video. I'm gonna, I never edit these for the YouTube, but I'm definitely editing.
Edit
this
that out
week.
and put it behind a paywall.
Yeah. Well, I'm editing like the 90 minutes of me explaining whatever is going on now.
Last week
Yeah.
on Colossus of the Drylands.
No, I need to do those.
Just play
too.
the entire video.
I need to do trailers, but editing takes a lot of time.
It does.
But I really do need to do trailers because they would be epic, super epic.
I was thinking it'd be fun to edit one, but I'm not listening. I'm not editing one where I have to listen to myself.
Just mute yourself, and then you won't have to.
That seems kind of difficult.
Or you know what? Apply a sound filter to the whole thing so that everyone sounds like Kermit the Frog.
That works.
Yeah,
That could
and then you won't know you're listening to yourself. All right.
Mhm.
So that's the
How
first thing you
attentive
notice.
Do the
This-
guards look?
The second thing you notice, I'm so sorry. You asked me a question.
Sorry, I interrupted you too. How attentive are the guards looking? Are they
Okay.
like really watching, or is it like I've watched for 3 days and no one's been here?
So what you will remember is that everybody boogied the heck out of the mine chamber
Yep.
there when stuff started to go south. There's kind of a frenzy down there. So there are guards, but they're watching what's going on, but there is just a lot of activity. There are a lot of crates that are being kind of loaded around. In fact, as you're watching, one of the crates is being kind of pushed on a wagon, and the person pushing it seems to hit some kind of a bump. It spills off of a wagon. The top of the crate actually comes off, and out of it spills what must be, from your vantage point, you can only guess must be hundreds of crystals that are various different colors.
And they're all touching?
They're touching. Yes. They are touching. That is the.
So we're talking about like rainbow colors beyond what we've seen.
No. Red, green, purple. Like red, green, dark purple. If you will, a dark crystal. Yeah, they're spilling out. They are touching each other, though.
And nothing's happening?
Nothing is happening.
Okay.
That's strange. Because as you may remember, when you have touched tips in the past, when y'all have touched tips, it has caused some kind of like strange resonance. Fact.
Have we been touching tips other than Silas? Maybe Silas is the problem.
Silas and Roberto have touched tips. I don't think you've touched tips with anybody.
I think I
That's unfortunate.
almost touched mine to something.
Did you?
I don't know. Maybe not.
So this is where you that's kind of what you're seeing. Your question was, how do the guards look? They're being attentive. They're definitely guarding, but they're also
More focused on
what's going on is not the normal sequence of operations. Some kind of timetable has moved up dramatically. The train that you see below is a locomotive. And it has a sort of a coal, that coal tender that goes behind it. That coal tender, though, is largely is filled with Essentia crystals. Because this engine does not run on coal, but it does run on Essentia power. So it's got those standard kind of glowing purple crystals in the back of that.
It's standard essential model.
It has 4 cars that are behind it.
Okay.
And as they scramble to kind of pick up this one crate that's spilled, it seems to be being loaded into kind of the third car. There.
Okay.
I think we might want to go into that building.
Into the station itself, kind of the main station.
There might be something interesting in there.
Yeah, I figure we're probably gonna have to sneak in though, because if anyone here is from the mine and they ran out the way that we came, then we'll probably get recognized.
That's probably true, but what if we changed our story a bit and said something like the researcher lady was going rogue and we're here from, corporate to deal with her. And now we need to do blah, blah, blah. We could do some lying.
I like that we're here from corporate.
We're from corporate.
On,
Don't worry about it.
I guess it depends on who's actually here at this station.
Yeah, well, we killed all of her lackeys.
Yes, notably, there were multiple kind of ritual casters that were doing performing some kind of a ritual on the main crystal there, and those were summarily flung into the abyss by your missing frog companion Roberto.
So we could go stealthy. We could go lying. Probably don't want to shoot our way in. I imagine they don't take kindly, and there's only 2 of us.
Yeah, you'd say based on what you're seeing down there, you saw probably 50 people in the mining operation. You'd say there's 100 at least down here.
1v50?
Yeah.
Maybe.
So 2 versus 100, it's 150. It's probably fine.
I'm stealthy behind you, but you could actually go in lying and use your little
Disguise crystal.
Yeah.
I could go in as that lady and be like, yeah, I killed them, and then uncrystallize. Did any of the mine people really see when she crystallized herself?
No. By that point,
they were all gone.
Most of them had already bugged out. Yeah.
I could disguise as that, yeah.
Yeah, for
just be like, yeah, don't go in there, it's terrible.
For those who have not caught up on last week yet, the head researcher was kind of possessed by the crystal itself, was encased in crystal, much like the woman in Superman 3 was encased by the computer entity.
Not seen that.
I know, of course you haven't. I don't know why. I don't know why I mentioned anything.
Listen, 2 out of the 3 people here understand the references.
Thank you, Michael.
You're not the odd man out.
Michael. Silas. But notably, Roberto, as she was kind of flying around and doing witchy things, Roberto did summon the power of his ancestors and kick directly through her, so that half of her Darth Maul styled down the precipice. And the other half is now laying still up in the crystalline chamber, insofar as we know.
So I think
I'm not
Silas,
referencing that movie.
Should go in. I think you should go in disguised because you still have the necklace, and I think you have a deeper understanding of Essentia. So you would have a much better chance at pretending to understand Essentia things.
So let's do it.
You know all the buzzwords to say.
The buzzwords.
The flux capacitor of the crystal was out of alignment.
You're gonna parachute down in. You're gonna drop down in. Touch your chute just before you hit the bottom.
Just like in Warzone.
Call of Duty. Yep.
I mean, that's.
We do have. How did the other miners that took? I guess did none of them take the same part as us?
Oh no, they all took the exact same part of you. There is a. So from where the mine carts end, there's a kind of a conveyor system that goes down that drops. So the carts can kind of go to the end of this thing, and then they go sideways onto a kind of a siding track, and then there's a conveyor system that drops it down. There's also a couple of like service ladders that go down, but there's nobody up on this kind of top lip where you are right now.
We could also Silas pull. No, that wouldn't work as well because none of them really saw me. If we wanted to go the other way, since you kind of made the bigger hubbub, if I disguise myself as the Crystal Lady, and then I acted like I'm taking you with me and you're in trouble, and like I'm here to like turn you in.
That would work.
That could work. Or if you make what's a movie reference with that?
That would be Star Wars, right? Where they took Chewbacca,
yeah, Star Wars,
right? You've seen Star Wars, I'm assuming.
I have actually seen Star Wars.
Like one of the 3 movies you've ever seen.
There are 6 Star Wars movies. Actually,
yeah,
6 real ones.
Well, I know there were 6 of
the
them,
others.
but I know you've only seen 3 movies ever. So
I've seen the 6 and then like 2 of the fake ones.
Awesome. Yeah. So how would you like to do this? This is, Mrs. Doubtfire. Yes. In Mrs. Doubtfire, this is basically what happens.
Nazi.
Don't call Mrs. Doubtfire a Nazi.
What?
What?
Okay.
So what? Let's look around. What's a way down for us?
So
what
you
would
have
be like the official way down?
the thing they did in Thor. I don't know what that is.
Oh, I know that one. Go down the elevator and be like, "It's the I need help," and then you throw the guy at the other guy. Great.
Yeah. So you have the elevator, right? The conveyor that could take the cart down. You have the ladders, or you could, potentially you could try to scale down. If you wanted, you could try and climb down the, kind of the canyon face.
No, I think we're doing this the hiding in plain sight way. So we don't want to do anything weird.
It's on
We
brand.
don't have Frog Boy in here jumping around.
Yeah.
Okay, I will. Yeah, that'll be nice. I'll take the necklace, the special necklace back from Silas, who I
Yes.
believe still had it.
Yeah, and he was last we knew he was still in the guise of the marshal, the Confederate marshal. So we're dropping
That's
that disguise
right.
at this point.
Oh, he's been in that this whole time.
Oh yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, it's
so
never dropped.
that kind of throws a wrench into it because only one of us can be disguised.
Correct. Yeah, the necklace can only. So for those in the audience who may not remember, Billy was gifted by Benny. There's a lot of Billies and Bennies, I'm now realizing.
The names.
Billy was gifted by Benny, who is a kind of a debutante, like a southern debutante, half elf individual that they met back on the riverboat, the Golden Eddy, which is another E name. And because of their bravery in saving the people of the town when the elevators that lead up to the main style Mesa town were being attacked by gigantic crystalline insects, she bestowed upon them certain gifts. Billy's gift was a necklace that allows the wearer to shapeshift into a person that they have seen. So that's what we're on about at the moment.
That messes up my plan. How do you think, Silas?
I can just be Silas because they didn't really see you. You were up.
Yeah,
top
and
while
then-
me and Rob were going crazy. So
I can disguise as the lady and be like, "This was with the other miscreants."
no, I could be one of your bodyguards for all they know.
That's true. Yeah. Then I go in and be like, "Yeah." Would she have bodyguards? Yeah, we can go with it. All right. So I have to spend a hope to use the necklace, right?
You do have to spend a hope to use the necklace. Right.
Rip one hope. Okay, and now I'm disguised as a researcher woman.
Oh, okay. So you're disguising yourself as the
crystalline woman.
the head researcher.
Yeah, before she went all, you know, crystal geodude.
Perfect. You would know her name.
Oh yeah, we do know her name.
Elisa, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm looking it up in my database here. Illyra. Illyra. Sorry. Illyra. Elira. Illyra was her name. Illyra. Yeah, thank you. Illyra. Archerus has watched the most recent episode more recently than I have. Illyra was in fact her name. So you would know that name. So you're making yourself look like Illyra. Now I don't think you ever learned her last name, notably. I'm just putting
We
that
did
out.
not.
Hope that's not important.
I hope it's not too.
Okay, well, I already look like her, so I guess we'll just take the elevator down.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so you take the elevator down. As you start to ride down, as you come to the bottom of the elevator, there's a small group. There's a couple of guards and some various workers who are they're kind of working with a minecart that's there. The minecart itself seems to have encountered some kind of like a mechanical failure or something like that. So they're trying to get it up and going. They don't pay a lot of attention to you at first, but then they one of the guards kind of looks up your way and says, "Oh, Dr. Hexton, we didn't think that you'd made it out."
I'll just be like, yeah, I had some help from my bodyguard, and I'll like Silas.
Oh, well, it's a good thing. You'll be happy to know that the resonance seems to be stable. The crystals don't seem to be interacting right now. So it seems like that you must have been right about the about the control shard.
Very good.
Yeah.
I have some things I need to attend to real quick.
Of
Or
course.
very briefly. I'll sound all fancy.
Yeah, naturally. You'll at some point you're gonna want to check in with Vasquez. He'll be interested to know that you made it out alive, and he'll probably want you. And he stops to kind of look at you for a second. He realizes that Silas is not somebody he knows, and he says, Did any of the other research team make it out? Is this? And he says, I'm not sure. Who's this?
Silas, what should I tell him? How do you want me to introduce you?
Are you having this conversation out loud?
No, I'm just...
I think that you need to take the lead here.
Yeah.
You're a Lyra.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're
You're a Lyra.
Yeah, there's no discussing this. Like, you got to figure it out. You didn't plan it out in advance.
T-Rex is dead.
Long live
I'll tell
T-Rex.
him this was the only surviving researcher.
I'm gonna ask you to make a check. Let's have you make a presence check. And I'm gonna it's difficulty 10. We're gonna make it a difficulty 10. Wait.
Okay. 15 with fear.
Okay. The guard looks at Silas and kind of cocks his head a little bit. And it's almost like you get almost the sense that he is like trying to remember something. But he says, "Oh, okay. All right. Well, I mean, if that's the case, then then go about your business. Is I'm sorry for the loss of the rest of your team.
I'll just be like, I feel like she's kind of cold, so I'll be like, yes, like, as in, like, she's acknowledging it's bad, but, like, she doesn't actually really care that much.
Yeah, and he seems to, like, take that in stride. When you kind of, like, respond that way, you notice that he goes, okay, all right, well, okay, this makes sense to him.
This is exactly how the person.
This is kind of what he expected. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I guess I would probably have to do a roll for this. Would I expect this person to have their own tent at the bottom, or like one of the shacks, or would they just work out of like maybe an office in the main station?
The person that you're impersonating right now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you have no idea. You have no clue what the organization is down here. You do know that there are tents, that there is kind of a small tent city. There's this larger sort of office that looks like a very kind of like well-built building.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Is she... I'm trying to think how high up the food chain is she? Probably fairly
High enough
high.
that she was the one in charge inside, so.
Inside, yeah, but the real important people don't like going, and looking at the little people work. Oh dear, I don't know what that's for.
As you're kind of stopping to think, you see some people who are kind of carrying something past you, and you realize that it's a stretcher of some kind. On it, there seems to be somebody who is dressed largely like the other workers who are here, but they're just one arm, the right arm, is just horribly, you would say, burned to look at it, but there's also this kind of crystal protrusion that comes out of these burns. The eyes are open, unblinking, and just where a normal human, kind of the wet orbs, the kind of peeled grape-like
oh dear,
ocular protrusions would be on a normal person's head. Instead, they are crystalline and faceted. And they carry this person past, headed towards the larger kind of permanent looking structure.
Is he dead? Can I tell if he's dead?
Let's have you make a roll on that. I'm gonna have you make a knowledge roll for this.
Okay.
Difficulty will be
knowledge.
15.
Oof. Let's go.
Well, that's a 15 with hope. Get
Ah!
yourself hope.
To be dead.
Yeah. And you would definitely say that you can tell that the person is breathing.
Person is breathing. Okay. Can I tell if they're going to die or if they're like non-human anymore?
As it turns out, you're
imagine.
not a doctor.
I'm literally a doctor.
You're not a doctor. Well, you're impersonating a doctor. You're not a doctor.
Doesn't that make
You
you a
play
doctor?
one on TV. But unfortunately,
Who knows what kind of doctor she is anyway? She
yeah,
seems more
exactly.
like
she's a
physicist,
proctologist.
archaeologist.
We all know that. Just wants to check your prostate. That's what she really wants. It's weird because a lot of men are coming up to you and like just kind of bending over. No, none of that's happening. You're not, you personally, though impersonating a doctor, you get the appearance and you can mimic the voice of the person, but you do not get all of their knowledge. So what you can tell is the person that is in this kind of form. There is crystal scarring and burning that's gone on. They are breathing, which means that they seem to be alive. But that is literally all you can tell at this time.
I want to see if I can. I'm gonna say to the people carrying them, what you call it? Bring him to my office very briefly, please. Or not please.
So you're saying to the people who are carrying him?
Yeah. I'll be
Yeah.
like, I need to check something.
Yeah, the one who seems to be kind of at the lead of the pack says, of course, Dr. Hexton, what did you expect we were going to do with him?
I'll just be like, I needed to make sure you weren't just bringing him to the medical stand. Or like the medical.
He said, no.
Or what would it be? The sick bay?
We have been given very strict orders that when someone is contaminated, that they are only to be directed towards the quarantine chambers in your office.
That's it. Like,
Very
good.
We appreciate that you are checking up on us, but we know what the protocols are.
Just be like very good, like very dismissively. And then I will turn and like start talking to Silas, and be like, oh, the Kent, just like start acting like I'm talking about crystal stuff.
Okay, perfect. What kinds of things are you saying?
I'll just be like, just start talking about the failed experiment, or like be like, oh, the failed experiment, all this went so wrong, and just enough so they'll leave me alone and get out of earshot.
No,
and I'll
that...
keep an eye on where they're going.
Yeah, that seems to work quite well. They
no one wants to talk to their boss.
Yeah, they don't even take a single beat. They continue on along the direction that they've been going.
Okay, and can we get like an indication of where we are and where they are?
Where you are and where they are. Okay, so you are, like, if we're looking at the map here, you have kind of dropped down, and again, this map is like the best I could do on short notice, so it's not like
yeah, that's okay.
Not perfect. You're gonna be down at this end of the yard, over here.
Okay.
And they're headed towards this building here.
Okay.
All right. Set in.
I want to give it. Is anyone else really around us?
There's guards in this general area. A couple of guards. There's again the 4 or 5 workers who are working on the minecart. There's nobody else right in this immediate vicinity. No.
Okay.
Most of the activity seems to be centered around the train itself.
Okay. I will just kind of keep talking to Silas about the experiment. Oh no. Until they seem to have had ample time to drop the body off and do something else.
Yeah, you see them. They go towards the thing. They go inside, and you don't see them again for several minutes. At this point, most people seem to be kind of ignoring you,
calming
right?
down a bit.
There are these series of lamps, right, that are around you. You can kind of see them here.
Yeah.
The one and
are they essential?
They're essential lamps. They're purple, right?
Mm-hmm.
But as you look, one by one, filters. There's sort of a, if you've ever seen like an old traffic signal, how it's just kind of like, or maybe an old train signal, how it's just kind of a white bulb, but they drop like different colored plates in front of it to change the color of it. That's kind of happens to the one that's closest to you, and it turns green, right? So it goes green, and then one by one, these lamps start to go green around the train yard. And as this happens, you notice that there seems to be a very a visible acceleration in the loading process. These people seem to be like getting ready to go right now.
I would like to make sure I'm on the top side of the tracks immediately, and then start working my way over to the building.
Yeah. So you cross over the tracks. You head towards the building. There are a number of people who are outside the building. The people who are outside the building seem to be more kind of clerical in in that they're making notes in what seem to be ledger books. They're taking down numbers and figures and things like that. You see a small halfling man with kind of those glasses. He's scribbling quickly in a book, and then there's a half elf who's next to him, who's making corrections as he goes, kind of reading
As
things
we're
up.
kind of out of earshot of anyone,
Yeah.
but still kind of making our way around, I would like to tell Silas to use the notebook to inform our employer of the updated details of what's happening, what has happened.
The only problem with that is I think the last person who had the notebook was Roberto.
No, he took it at one point, and then Silas took it back, as I recall.
Did Silas take it back? Okay.
I believe
Yeah.
so.
Okay, we'll roll with
And then I
that.
tried writing something in the bottom of the mine.
Yeah, and there was trouble with it.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
there
yeah.
was a signal issue.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Thank God
So you're telling Silas to write in the notebook?
Silas, tell him what's going on.
So Silas, you open up the notebook and you see that that kind of page where like something was being written to you. And you see the words "get out."
Okay, so that's not a great sign. Do we have any indication of how long that's been there?
So
Yeah,
as you may recall, as you were coming down the mechanism, right down the elevator inside the mine, you saw a G, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And then you saw what looked like maybe the beginning of an E. But then it was coming in very slowly and very fuzzy. It seems like whatever the interference was is gone, and it just straight up says "get out."
Okay, well, to be fair, we just went through what we were supposed to get out of, so we're good there.
Well, you followed orders. You got out.
Yeah, we got
You
out.
almost died in the process.
After going
but
in.
it was just fine.
Actually, I'm full health.
It didn't say anything about not losing one of your party members. It was not part of the instructions.
Well, he's probably not dead.
Getting poisoned in a spiritual way was not in the instructions.
That was someone. So yeah. Silas, is Silas able to write his message to be like for the updating?
Yep.
So what do you
That's an Orpheus question.
what are you writing? Yeah, what are you writing in the paired journal?
So in there, I said, a little late for that message.
Yeah, Lily.
Do you know what was at the bottom of that mine?
And you see scribbling back. So you start to see scribbling back, and it says, "Sorry, not sure exactly what's going on, but news says mine is a very bad place to be right now."
Yeah, no joke. No one else should go in there.
Yeah, any more clarification?
And it just comes back. It says, "Noted. I will make a point of telling everyone, don't go into abandoned mine."
Did anyone know about the massive crystal that's in the bottom of the mine?
It's just there's a long pause, and then it just comes back. No news of massive crystal in mine.
Well, there is now.
Breaking news. Giant crystal in mine. Roughly 60 meters. I believe you said 60, or was it 60 feet in diameter?
Yeah, about 60 feet in diameter. Yeah.
There's a big,
Big.
so I'm writing back. There's a massive crystal in there that has some sort of essential-like power to it that is being controlled by a god
And
of unknown origins at this point.
it comes back. We'll report this to Mayor. Any sign of the lost miners? ?
When I did my check to see if they were the lost miners, what was the result of that again?
Yeah, so you did look. None of the mining personnel that were down in that mine appeared to be local. They all appeared to be imported. Their kind of style of dress and their mannerisms were all Eastern. So you don't think
Does that
these
still
are?
hold true up here?
Yeah. You don't
Okay.
think that there are? None of these people are locals. None of them are drylanders. And in fact,
Okay.
locals, you're now many miles from Style Mesa. In fact, as you're kind of up at the top of this canyon and looking around, if you turn around and look behind you, back when you were up the top, when you turned around and looked behind you, you could see Style Mesa, but it was so far in the distance that it was tiny on the horizon.
Okay, so if it's on the horizon, I believe it's maybe 10 miles. That's a long day's walk.
Mm-hmm.
So right back. Not at this time. There were several people in the mine. None of them seemed to be of the Mesa. However, to escape, we took a mine cart that has taken us to a secret train facility several miles from the Mesa. We'll see if the miners are here.
And he just comes back very quickly. Train facility? Question mark, question mark, question mark. Only
have
one
compasses,
rail
right?
from east to west. How can there be a train where you are?
I thought the same, but here I am, looking at a train
Um,
that is not on the regular train line. This is a
Question,
secret train
we would have
facility
a
that was
compass,
attached
right?
to the mine.
You
I
have
don't
a
have one in my equipment.
yeah, you have a broken compass, Billy. Notably,
Well, yeah,
we established early on. But
I
do you
feel
have
like
a
that's-
compass, like a regular compass?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a survival. Okay.
Yeah, I think
Um,
Silas, you've got one, right?
I don't have one in my equipment.
Oh, okay. Oh, maybe
I
you
just
don't.
have- unless it's in basic supplies.
I think that would be.
I
mean,
yeah,
if we
I
were
would
going
say it would be
through the
rational
desert.
for you to have a compass. Yes. Yeah.
If we're going through the desert, we would
Yeah,
have to
yeah,
have
yeah.
one, I imagine.
Well,
Um,
is the sun already set? Is it dark, or can I see where the sun's coming from?
Sunset.
Or
It's
setting?
dark. Yeah, it's definitely dark.
Okay. You should also tell them like where it's at in relation to Style Mesa.
Alright, so I look towards the mesa, take out my compass, and it's pointing me in what direction I have
Yeah.
to go.
Yeah. So you would say that, based on what you're looking at on the compass there, that you are many miles northwest of the mesa.
Uh,
So I'll
Oh.
write in the journal. We're approximately 10 plus miles northwest of Style Mesa at this point, in the middle of a secret train facility that is not attached to the main train line.
And she just writes. You just see it right back. Noted. We'll update the mayor.
perfect. Well, yep. But I think we go keep looking for the office.
So I'm going to put the book away, and that reminded me about the miners. You've introduced me, someone. I'm going to go look through the tent city while you go to your office. Because I'm
If you
curious if out
want-
in the tents we've got some of the miners. Because here's my thought: the guy that's burned is probably one of the miners. Because we looked inside all of those that equipment when we got into the mine, and it had crystals on the inside, especially where the eyes were.
Yeah. The only thing I'm worried about is if we separate, I have legitimacy strictly because I appear to be one of them, and I don't think anyone really knows you.
Nope, you've introduced me, so I
But
can
to
at
only
least
like one person.
reference Dr. Alira.
Yeah. Okay. If you want to go for it.
If
go for it.
if they really want to mess with Dr. Alira, then they can
That's
take it up
true.
with her.
That almost might be better than. Okay. Yeah, we'll split up.
You're splitting up. Okay. So who's going where?
I want to go look for Alira's office, and he wants to go look for
I'm gonna look
an
for the
empty miner.
miners in the tent facility and see if there are any of the miners around.
Okay. So you're going down to like where the workers' tents are then.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. All right. So the two of you split off. Silas goes to kind of the southernmost part of the camp. Billy, you disguised as Alira, continue to move towards the main sort of train station, if you will, building that's been up. Billy, as you go, you kind of step up onto there. There's this sort of porch, right? This wooden porch that goes all around it, and you see that halfling and the half elf that are kind of taking records. You step up around them, and they kind of like very briefly acknowledge you, but then you move on. You move towards the front of this building, and there's just a standard double door that's there. Wooden doors. You can see light coming from the inside from essential lanterns. A number of people who are in there. The foreman from the mine that you remember, the gentleman who was kind of the leader of the mine, is in the front office, standing in front of a desk, talking to a woman who's behind the desk.
Okay. Do I see any kind of placards or anything that would indicate, like, this is Dr. Blah Blah Blah's office?
Not from where you're at.
Okay.
Not from outside.
Do I see anyone with suspicious crystalline bodies being piled right outside the door?
No, what you're looking at right now appears to be just like a reception area almost, right? There's that desk with the woman behind it. The foreman's talking to her. There are other people who are in the area. A couple of miners who appear to be. They look like they're packing up gear, like mining gear, into a case, like a suitcase of some kind. Like they're putting it away. There are a couple of other people who are wearing those sort of white coats that you saw on the researchers up in the mine as well. But they just seem to be kind of standing in a corner talking to each other. There's of the two of them, one of them is a man. The other one is a woman. Appears to be a Qatari, which is a kind of a cat person. So you see just that sort of set of cat ears up on top of the head. Hair, orange hair, spilling down over the shoulders. Both in these kind of white coats. The man has a number of pens tucked into the front pocket of the jacket, and they seem to be very deep in conversation. There are passages out of this as well. There's kind of one passage that goes towards the back, towards the north end of the building, and then there's a hallway that goes to the right, and there's a hallway that goes to the left. So,
okay. Without progressing too far into the room, first question, did the foreman appeared to work more for the researcher than vice versa, right? Like the researcher would be in charge, Dr. Lady?
Your general take on that would have been, from the relationship, that the foreman was in charge of the operation, but the researcher was definitely had
higher up on maybe a separate food chain.
Had sway. There was definitely sway. Okay. Maybe not authority as such, but sway. Think of, and I don't know if you've seen the movie Star Wars, but right, Darth Vader in that movie,
with Tarkin.
Right. Like Grand Moff Tarkin is the guy who really is technically in charge, but everybody knows that Darth Vader's really the man, right? He's got the cape.
Actually, kind of didn't for a bit there.
Yeah. And then there's choking and the whole thing.
Yeah. Is he actively talking to the woman or not?
Yeah. Oh, he is very actively talking to her. In fact, they seem to be in. You would say, well, you know what? Let's do this. Roll me an instinct check. Difficulty 12.
Instinct
or insight instinct.
Pooh.
Okay, with hope. Very good.
Yep.
Get yourself a hope. They're absolutely in an argument of some kind.
Can I discern kind of the nature of it at all? Is it, workplace?
It is
about the accident that happened.
You are reading body language from outside the building. If you wanted to hear, you would need to.
From outside? I wanted to walk just in kind of the threshold, not much further when I started.
Oh, so you want to actually go through the front doors?
Yeah.
You're pretty sure that if you step through those doors, it's gonna make enough noise that somebody is gonna notice you, unless you want to try to sneak through the door.
Or wait. Okay, so there's passageways? What? So I'm like right outside, and there's several different entrances I can take.
Yeah. So if I was gonna
Okay.
draw this right for you, the way that I would do it
Let's get the
is-
MS Paint up.
yeah, hold on. Let's do picture pages here. Okay. Okay.
Ooh.
So if I was
Cool
gonna
things.
sort of draw this for you, very generally speaking, right?
Very
So you have this. This is kind of the main room, right? There's these. This is the door that you're standing
Mhm.
at. You have sort
Okay,
of
I'm
this
outside.
desk, right? You have a. There's a hallway that goes off this way. There's a hallway that goes off this way, and there's a hallway that goes off this way.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Your
think-
researchers are kind of in this area. Obviously, you've got your guys at the front desk, and that's what you're looking at from the outside.
I think what I want to do, I want to see if I can locate, walking very aggressively and all that so no one stops you. Works very well. I would like to try and locate a different entrance that maybe doesn't have anyone actively at it.
Okay, so you're gonna like case the area.
Kind of, just like act like I'm going somewhere, like at the end of the building, and then when I get there, act like I'm going somewhere around the building,
Got it. So you're just gonna basically do a walk around the building just to see.
Sort of, yeah, because like no one's gonna be watching the whole walk, so.
Perfect. As you start to round the corner of the building, going towards the we'll say, I'm assuming you're going around in kind of a counterclockwise.
Yeah, kind of clockwise.
Yeah. So as you begin to round the corner in the sort of the towards the eastern side of the building.
Doing my best to look unapproachable.
Yeah. There's a man on this side of the building. There's a man. He is smoking a cigar. And when he sees you, he looks up completely shocked. And he just drops his cigar on the ground. And he immediately comes towards you and takes you by both the arms. And he says, Alira, I was sure that you had died. And so now we're gonna go over to Silas. And
I said a beer real quick.
you're gonna burp.
Yeah, while you're talking about silence, just so you know.
Yeah. We're gonna take our break is here in like 5 minutes. So,
Cool.
So we go over to Silas. Silas, you begin to walk through the area of the tents. People are looking at you kind of strangely. People don't recognize you, but you also seem to be in an area where they generally kind of seem to think you couldn't possibly be here if you weren't supposed to be here. And so you're walking among the tents. You see nobody's really like in any kind of relaxed posture. There doesn't seem to be anybody that's on a break of any kind. Everybody seems to be busy, and they all seem to be packing.
I walk up to one of the closest ones and just say, Dr. Alira has asked me to look in on the other infected miners. One of them has just been delivered to her office, and she's asked me to go check in on the others.
So the man that you walk up to is he's a half orc, big kind of burly kind of guy, and he says ain't nobody who gets the sickness that comes back to these parts, and if you don't know that, then you must be new around here. So, what can I do for you?
I'm new on the research team, just got out with Dr. Alira by the skin of our teeth. Where are the other infected miners?
All the infected go to quarantine. Quarantine's in the doctor's office, up at the station. Ain't nobody here who's been infected. I need you to roll. I need you to roll me an instinct check. Difficulty 15, please.
5 with hope, but 5.
Oh no.
All right, you get the hope. Yeah. The general impression that you're getting from him is that he doesn't really want to talk to you. Like, you seem to represent somebody that he just doesn't really want to talk.
Are there any? Is there anyone here that's from the Mesa?
From the Mesa? I mean, from the town?
Yes.
No, ain't nobody here from there. We's all Meridian folk, just like you, right?
I don't know where you're from, sir. And I don't think that we're familiar enough for you to know where I'm from. I'm just seeing if there's anyone from the town, because that's what Dr. Alira has asked me to go look for.
Quite good. Please roll me
Look at
a presence check.
Right. 9
It's not a lot.
with fear.
Yeah. He says, we're all Meridian folk here. If you ain't Meridian, then what you doing here? He seems to be he is growing more suspicious by the moment.
All right. At this point, I look at him and I am engaging my dark presence stare and telling him, "Who are you to question what Dr. Alira's purpose is and those who she sent on errands?"
All right, give me another presence check, and you can employ your +2 by spending a hope.
All right.
Much better.
16, so 18 with hope.
Yep. And as you do that, he kind of takes a step back. He says, "Listen, I ain't trying to start anything here. It just makes us nervous. People come asking questions, but we don't recognize. I don't cause no trouble with you nor none of the researchers, but listen, I got a job to do, just like all the rest here got, and that's all I'm here to do, right? Gotta make an honest living."
Well, if you want to make an honest living, you can keep on doing that by telling me where the people from the town are around here. There were 30 men from the mine that were lost.
He says,
Dr. Alira said that they are here. Where are they?
Oh, you mean the miners from it was what was lost before when the mine closed? Is that what you're talking about?"
Yes.
He says, "Oh, no. They ain't here. Well, they ain't proper here, no way. No, they was left in the mine. From what I hear, and I weren't there, so I can't speak directly to it, but from what I hear tell, there was a terrible cave-in, something horrible. Maybe what caused the mine to close in the first place, right before we excavated the big crystal, and they was all lost."
So he probably doesn't know.
And so I looked straight back at her. You wouldn't lie to me, would you?
He kind of like you can see that posture where his shoulders kind of rise up, like he gets very. He's like, I ain't got nothing to lie about. Listen, I'm not important. I'll just move boxes, move crates. It's my job. I ain't got nothing to lie about. I don't know what this is, if it's some kind of a test or if you're trying to see if I'm loyal, but I swear to you I'm loyal. I would never I would never do anything against Meridian or against the people who own it or anything like that. This is just my job, and I need to keep my job, and I got to pay for my family somehow, and this is all I know.
Now, is Meridian a place that I should know as Silas?
You have the Meridian is. I mean, it's a word that you know certainly, but does not refer to any kind of like geography or person. Like the word in that context doesn't mean anything to you.
It's a company or an organization or something like that.
Right. So I look at him. As you were. Looks like it's about time for everybody to start boarding the train. You better be packing up quick.
Yes, sir. Of course. That's what I'm working on now. Thanks for letting me get back to it. We'll get right on it. And he like very quickly shuffles back into a tent. The tent flap closes behind him, and he's out of your view. Flashing. We're gonna flash back to our friend. Our dear friend Billy, who is currently disguised as Dr. Illyra Hexton. Sorry. However, before we do that, it is time for our break. So we're going to take our break. We're going to take a real quick break. For those of you who are subscribed, you're going to listen to a little bit more music. For those of you who are not, you're going to see some ads. It will be delightful. Maybe you'll find some things that you need to buy. We don't know how that works. Twitch does that for us. Please buy your tickets for the giveaways. We haven't rolled any crits yet, but it could happen at any moment. And we're going to be giving some good stuff away. We're giving away hand-painted miniatures. I have one right here. Little Silas figure right here. I'm going to prime and paint this guy later. We're going to be giving those away. He's got a tiny shotgun. He's a little horny man. We're gonna give away some mystery dice sets. It's gonna be great. So grab those tickets. We're gonna go on a brief break. We're gonna avail ourselves of all of the facilities. I'm gonna refill my delightful non-alcoholic beer, and we'll be right back after these messages. Please don't go away.
Trails run black through the drylands dust. Iron screams where the old gods rust. Wind cuts low through the canyon walls. Something deep still remembers us. We drank cheap whiskey in lantern light. Watch the storms roll in at night. Billy cleaned iron by the fire glow, while the mesas hung below. So ride on slow through the ember haze, past the bones of the older days. Every road and every line leads a little closer down the mine. Riverboats drift where the black tide bends. Men lose names and call it friends.
All right, welcome back. When we left off, our adventurers, one of them was going down to question people in the tents, which seems to be the dwelling place of the workers. Silas went down to try and find out more about the miners from Style Mesa. What he discovered is that the miners seemed to possibly have been lost in some kind of a massive cave-in back in the mine. In the meantime, Billy, who is disguised as Illyra Hexton, the head researcher, who had been turned into some kind of crystalline entity and subsequently cleaved in twain by Roberto's martial artistry. Billy had encountered someone who seemed to have been greatly concerned about her well-being. And that is where we pick back up. As he is grasping Billy / Illyra by the arms, and he says, "I was sure that you were lost."
Can I do, I imagine it would be an instinct roll to look into the relationship here, because I imagine it's going to be annoying.
Yeah, give me an instinct. You imagine it's going to be annoying. Of course. Listen,
Yes.
I am your GM daddy.
Oh dear.
If I wasn't
Please.
here to make things annoying,
Dungeon Daddy!
if I wasn't here to make things annoying for you, I wouldn't be here. That's an 8 with fear, no less.
Very big number. 8's a lot. Remember that.
That's true. It is one of the mightiest numbers. You can definitely tell that whoever this person is, he's very passionate, that he is very clearly concerned, and that he is obviously surprised. But above and beyond that, you don't have much to go by. Yeah.
Ugh, that's annoying.
He says, "How did you get out?"
I will say, like, all in due time, but first there's something I need to check up on.
He says,
I'll tell him,
yeah,
please wait for me in... let me think. Look at the map. Have I seen anywhere that's kind of like a quiet, secluded area?
in the general camp here, like at the rail
just
station?
anywhere within the fence area that just seems like a nice place to have a talk with someone.
Yeah, I mean, so where you came into the camp, is kind of, sorry, I have the map up there. Where you came in, right? There is a center of activity here because that's where the mine carts came from. Down here are the workers' tents. There are people who are doing some packing around there. Ton of activity around the train itself. You've got the guard towers that are up here. Those are clearly manned. The area that you can see that you have seen that seems like it would be most likely to be kind of unoccupied, I guess, would be the area down. There's a water tower station that's down here, and a few kind of outbuildings that are around it. As you made your cursory glance around the area, you didn't really see a lot of people hanging around that area.
Okay. I will try and I'll tell him basically like there's something very urgent I need to check on in my office, but would you please wait for me by like under the water tower?
He says, of course, I completely understand. He says, I don't know. When I thought you were gone, I didn't know what to do. I don't know what to do now that you're not gone anymore. And he says, Elira, he says, I just want you to be safe. I need you to be safe. He says, I think it's important that you are on that train when it leaves tonight. And he says, he says, and I think that the control shard is unstable. Really done got himself a man. It's true. And with that, he leans in. He starts to lean in. Very close. He gets very close to you.
Before he can do anything, I'll tell him, not in front of everybody, please. I'll be at the water tower soon.
And he kind of backs off a little bit. And he says, I understand. I understand. He says, and he just sort of brushes your cheek a little bit. And he says, I'll be waiting. He says, but whatever happens, you need to be on that train. I have to make sure that you
the water tower
out of here. Yeah. And then he goes and heads in the direction of the water tower. So you continue to kind of look around the
yeah. Hopefully with no more very passionate people around.
Yeah, as you're going around the corner, another man looks at you. He says, Elira, you're finally here, and he pulls you into an embrace. No, it's not true.
No.
It's not true at all.
No.
None of that's happening.
Pulls, man.
Yeah, none of that's happening.
Pulls.
Yeah, Elira is, she's got a thing. She's got this sort of a pheromone thing. No. You go around the back of the building, and you do find around the backside. So now you're looking up. There's 2 guard towers up above you. There does appear to be kind of a back entrance, maybe perhaps a back door. We might say a back door, into the building, and it is on the northwestern side. So like up here, is where that back door would be.
Is that glass or is it all wood?
The door?
Can I see through the door to see if anyone's in the other side of that?
It's just a wooden door. Yeah, I'm sorry. You're asking if there's like a window in the door?
Yeah.
No. Yeah, it's just a regular wooden door. Not like the doors on the front.
I will enter, I guess.
Okay. You open the door, and you walk in to a completely sterile-looking room. It's white. The walls are white. The floor is white. The ceiling is white. There's a little bit of a purple cast because the lamps, the ceiling lamps are Essentia, obviously, as many things are. And there are 4 people who are gathered around a table. On this table is laying the man that you saw before that had the kind of crystalline burns. One of them has on what appears to be a sort of a surgical mask, and they all look up at you. And the man who who seems to be kind of leading the pack says, "Oh, thank goodness you're here, Doctor. We don't know what to do next." And we go back to Silas. Silas, Having kind of left the half orc man to go back to his packing, what are you getting up to next?
Right. There's got to be some sort of general office that kind of has some information about what's going on, because the word meridian is kind of, it just feels weird. There's nothing about this place that's right, just like everything that went on in there, and still shook. So I'm gonna start wandering around. I see this shack over here,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm curious what this is. Otherwise, I'm going to start making my way back to see if there's some sort of general office where I can find something that's going to lead us to what's going on, and maybe even give me some information on the miners.
Yeah, 100%. So you're gonna check out this kind of little shack.
Yep.
Yeah, perfect. So you go in there. You go around there. There's a sort of a window on the back side of the shack. Up next to it are there are a number of just kind of crates and barrels, what appear to be general provisions that seem to be supplies for the camp. How would you like to approach the your surveillance here?
I'm gonna kind of take a little walk around the back, just glance inside the window to see if there's anyone inside that I can see before I walk around front to the door.
Yeah, 100%. As you look through the window, the little window in the back, you're looking at the back of someone's head. It seems to be, the entire place seems to be kind of one room. And there is just a woman who's sitting at the desk. And she is writing in some kind of a book. Looks like maybe it's a ledger of some kind, lit by lantern light. And all around her are kind of bookshelves, right? But instead of books on them, there are scrolls, right? So they've kind of, instead of like having square openings like you would expect a bookshelf to have, there's sort of circular openings, and there's scrolls that are placed throughout those. And and so at one point she kind of gets up and goes over, pulls one of the scrolls out, sets it down on the desk, rolls it open, seems to consult it, maybe makes a note or two on it, rolls it back up and takes it over and puts it back up into one of the holes, the same hole that it came from.
Okay. And there's no one else inside?
No.
Right. So does this chick look just like some sort of librarian, accountant type person?
Yeah,
Nothing
yeah, she
really
definitely
special about her.
Yeah. In fact, as you look, she's kind of got that, that visor that bankers have, right? That the Wild West bankers have. She's kind of got one of those on. When she turns, you can see that she has maybe the little spectacles on as well.
Okay.
But no, yeah, there's nobody else in the building that you can see. It literally seems to be, the whole building seems to be this one kind of office.
Okay. So I'm going to go around front. But before I do, do any of the supplies have any sort of like water in them?
Yeah, actually,
liquid?
yeah. As you're searching through, some of the supplies are like, they're pre-filled canteens. So you find maybe 10 of those.
Okay. I'm going to grab one of those for myself, just so that I can throw it in my pack. But another one of them, I'm going to dump a little water, put it on my face, make it look like I'm sweaty, put a little bit of dirt on my face. And then I run in and barge into the room, just acting like I'm out of breath, like I ran here the last mile.
Yeah, she immediately looks up. She's back behind the desk again, sitting in the chair. And she looks up at you, and she adjusts the sort of spectacles on her face and says, Was there something I could Can I help you?
And I walk over to the desk out of breath, and Dr. Lyra's back. She's alive, and she is not happy. The experiment did not go well. There's a new infected in her office. She needs the ledgers right away. She needs them now. She sent me here. Frankly, if you don't get there now, I think that we're going to end up in the next cave-in.
She says, of course. The ledgers, but which ledgers does she want? I want to make sure I pull the right ones.
She needs the most recent ledgers of what's been going out and what's been coming in since she's been in the mine.
Okay, all right, got it, understood. And she immediately goes up. She goes over to a scroll wall. She pulls out a scroll case, and she says, "This is it. This is the most recent one. Let's, does she want me to take it to her, or does she?"
I keep on gasping because I've clearly been out of air, and then I take in one deep breath, say, "Yeah, she needs you," and then I feign that I just passed out of breath.
Don't be sending more people to me. Come on.
So you're passing out? This is what's happening?
Yeah, I faked that I just passed out because I ran so hard. And
Delightful.
Right before, she asked for you. You need to go. Go now.
This is so good. I need you to
passing out.
I need you to make a presence roll. We're gonna make a presence roll. It's only difficulty 10. It's not gonna be hard. It's only gonna be 10.
Ready.
Delightful though.
16 with hope.
16 with hope is
Yay.
perfect in every way. Get yourself a hope. Yeah, you just kind of collapse. You just lay down on the ground, and she just you hear her like kind of pause, and then like look down at you, and she kind of lays a hand on your chest to make sure that you're still breathing, and then she stands up and she just runs out of the room. Completely runs out of the room.
As soon as I hear her gone, I kind of look up, look around, and then I stand up, and it's time for me to start rifling through this stuff to see what's actually in here.
That's perfect. Okay, then we're gonna cut back to Billy, still dressed as a Lyra, in this kind of strange operating situation. And the man at the head of the table says, "What, doctor? What? It's worse than we've seen it before. What should we do?"
Do I see where any of the PPE would be?
You're asking me a PP question?
No, PPE.
Oh,
Personal
sorry.
protective
Yeah,
equipment, like masks and
sorry.
stuff.
I took that a different way. This is great. It's great. I
No
know
biggie.
it's so good. This
Flapping in the
This
wind.
is the best game. Yeah, it's all flapping in the wind.
Yeah, anything flapping in the wind?
Well, I mean, I tried to do that scene, but you cut it off. Yeah. There's so on one wall you see suits that are hung up that are like definitely like head to toe kind of hazmat looking suits.
Do I see the kind of stuff that the other people are in?
They're largely in kind of the white coats. They all are wearing gloves, and they're all wearing that kind of surgical mask as well. And yeah, you can see near the hazmat suits, there's a cabinet, and you can see that there are pairs of gloves there, and you can see some of those masks as well. Yeah.
I'd like to get gloved up, maxed up, but nothing more than that, really. And then go over to the body. Is it doing anything, or is it just sitting there like a body does?
Again, this is a living person, so far as you could tell. There is breath, right? But there is just this glassy stare of these crystalline eyes that it has, and there is this this kind of this creeping, almost infection, this creeping crystalline infection, you would say, by looking at it.
I'd like to poke and prod it a bit. Are there any like tools kind of strewn about?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
on,
No.
trays?
There's the whole thing. It's got the thing by the side, and it's got all the little there's like the saw and the pick and the all the scalpel and the pokey things.
Yeah.
Think of Wild
I would
West.
like
sort
to
of thing.
use said pokey things and kind of poke around any injuries near the eyes, anything that looks affected, anything that looks abnormal, right? Like anything different from a healthy person, right?
Yeah. What are you looking for?
No, I'm not looking for anything.
Oh, so
I'm
you're
looking
just,
to look like I'm looking.
Okay, so this is going to be a performance situation then, which means that this will be a presence check for you.
Okay. I literally just poking around.
Yeah,
just to
difficulty
like
is-
act like I'm seeing something.
Yeah, difficulty 15.
15. On presence.
Mm-hmm.
Dang, that's way higher than I expected. I don't think I'm gonna
Well,
make it.
that's a difficult check. You're trying to pretend to be
Oh,
a
let's
doctor. Oh my
go.
gosh, you got a 19.
There it is.
Fast sucker. I just said that because like
Yeah. As you're doing this,
Don't upset the dungeon daddy, man.
yeah, I know, right? Yeah, be careful. Be careful. One of the 3 characters is not coming back next week. As you, no, I'm just, yeah, as you're doing this, the others are kind of looking around you, and they're like, you just hear them go, oh, yeah, oh, oh, I wouldn't have thought to have looked there. That's such a good idea. What insight?
what was? Remind me, was it what again? Did they say as I entered the room like we don't know what to do?
Yeah. They
Okay,
said that
okay.
the infection seems to be growing faster than they had seen before, and that they don't know what to do.
Yeah, I'll be like, it does appear to be worse than normal. I need you all to leave me at once. And I... Wait, give me 1 sec. And I'll say, like, if you hear any sounds, this might get a little dicey, so don't interrupt me.
Yeah.
I'll tell them as if, like, you are not to interrupt me.
And the 3 of them go, okay, right away, and they head directly out in the direction of the main office. The 4th one, who's the one who did the talking before, he looks and he says, Doctor, I don't want to leave you alone with this. I don't know if this is, we don't know. It might be contagious.
I'll look at him like he's being, like, super insubordinate and ridiculous. And then I'll go, like, I'm the most qualified to talk about this, or to deal with this. Please, I need to be able to work alone on this one.
Yeah, give me a presence check. I'm gonna let you make this at advantage since you were so convincing before. And this will only be a 12.
Okay. 18. Let's go.
18's good. Yeah, with
I'm
hope.
not even getting the hopes.
Yeah,
I'm
with-
already full on hope too.
Oh boy, you're sweet. Well, it's good because nobody's giving you charges, so you can't spend those. Yeah. And he looks at you for another long second, and then he says, "All right." He says, "But if anything happens," he says, "you have to follow the quarantine protocol. You understand that, right?"
I was absolutely, I understand.
Okay. He says, "Well, then I'll leave you to it. If you need us, we'll be close at hand." And then
So thank
he
you. Don't go too far.
as he turns to go, he says, they told you that the train is leaving tonight, right?
Awesome. I know.
Okay. He says, I just, with the control shard in the state that it's in, I just thought you would want to know.
Okay. I appreciate your concern. Now, please, I don't have a whole lot of time.
All right. And so he moves on out of the way. And you are left alone.
Okay, perfect. Now I would like to do my actual investigation on the body to be like, what happened here?
Okay. So you're like actually taking a look at the.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it strapped down or anything?
No, he's just laying there. He doesn't seem
Does there
to
appear
be.
to be?
Yeah, he doesn't seem to be like he's not thrashing or moving or doing really anything. Like,
Since I'm not going to do a doctor investigation, does there appear to be any way to strap him down or give him just a lot of sedative kind of stuff? Any conveniently labeled packaging?
do a knowledge check as you investigate
Okay.
the area.
conveniently placed syringe with labeled horse tranquilizer.
So, yeah, you don't really know. You don't really have a strong understanding of what most of this stuff is that's around you. But you do definitely. One thing that you know is what painkillers look like. And you
probably
do find a cabinet full of what appear to be pretty strong painkillers.
Okay. I'm just gonna give him what I think would be a very aggressive dose of those. Whatever I think that would be.
An aggressive dose.
And if I'm
of
not
painkillers.
sure, I'll give him more, you know?
Got it. So you're gonna give him a lot of painkillers.
I'm gonna give
Let's just have Billy overdose the guy.
Right. I mean, it
Well,
seems
that's halfway the plan. You know?
Yeah.
As long as he's not gonna fight me.
yeah, 100%. So yeah, you give it to him. If the infection doesn't kill him, the medication sure will. Exactly.
He's gonna die anyway. I'm making it less painful and less likely that he's gonna fight me. Because if I have to shoot my gun, I feel like someone's gonna come like, huh, what you doing with that?
Yeah. So as you go to put the medication into his mouth, suddenly the doors
Mouth?
burst. Yeah, well, his mouth. Yeah, it's a.
Oh, I just figured it was a syringe.
No. I'm sorry. I said mouth, but I was speaking like, I was using a euphemism. It's a suppository, obvious.
Okay.
No. As you go to like administer the dose to him, suddenly the doors burst open, from the area that the other people went to, and you see the man standing there who you know to be the foreman, who was down in the mine, and he says, "Doctor, what on earth are you doing?" And we cut back to Silas. Silas, who is going now through the kind of the records room. So Silas, what's your plan here?
It's time for me to start kind of rifling through the stuff. And so I'm particularly curious to see if there's anything that relates to what Meridian is.
Yeah, absolutely. Give me this is going to be an investigation, so let's do a knowledge check for you as well. Difficulty will be,
Okay.
well, I'm not going to make a difficulty. It's just however high you roll is how much I'll give you. How about that?
Good. Right, and 11 with fear.
Okay, that's pretty good.
But with while I'm doing the initial check, I close my eyes and give myself a little prayer to Shifu because I'm still feeling a little rattled and hoping that maybe I can feel some lighted guidance about where I should be going because there's a lot of paper in here.
Okay, all right.
So I'm gonna use one of my prayer dice to add 3 to the roll.
All right, so you're goosing it. You're doing a little holy goose. Good. Yeah, and as you do that, you reach out and you feel yourself kind of drawn towards one particular area of the records. You pull those out, and as you look towards them, you find largely shipping manifests, right? So it talks about crates being routed east. The name Meridian Consolidated is mentioned several times. It is with that arrowhead symbol, that yellow arrowhead symbol that you've seen on the train, and you saw on the box down in the hold of the Golden Eddy as well. That seems to be connected with Meridian. There are some rosters of kind of like the workers that are in the area. Every single one of them is listed as contract labor. They've been shipped in from the east. There is nobody that is anywhere from near here. But the interesting thing is the rosters keep getting shorter. So it's like fewer and fewer and fewer people. There are some ledgers that show intake and outflow. More is going out than is coming in, right? Whatever is going out, you can definitely see it's being exported. And then there are some logs as you continue to shift through. There are some logs that seem to be there's more red ink on them. They seem to be more important, more priority, and these are. There are notes from the person who worked here, who is the name is Phelan. She's signed several different things, but she has a listing there about something about biohazard warnings or wardings rather, like biohazard wards that she's never seen on mineral before. Those are the kinds of things that you're seeing.
And so when we say biohazard wards, we're talking about like magic wards.
Yeah. Yeah.
Around whatever it's talking about.
Yeah, spells of some kind.
All right. Is there any indication as to what these spells are?
The indication is whatever they are attempts to like quarantine or conceal or seal something. But these notes are different. These are Phelan's notes. They don't seem to be official. They seem to be her own conclusions about things. Almost like you get the sense that these are things that she's not really supposed to be commenting on, but that she has taken note of anyway.
All right. So we're assuming Phelan is the librarian that ran out.
Yeah, you would assume that the person who is here was Phelan. Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything in these ledgers that has to do with the miners from the town?
Nothing at all. Not even a single line referencing them.
So the ones that are coming from back east, does it reference kind of where they're coming from specifically?
Yeah, it indicates that they're all hired from various different towns, cities names that you would recognize from the east, but not any kind of specific one place.
No one from the Drylands, essentially.
Not a single person is listed from a settlement that you would recognize in the Drylands. No.
No one local.
Is there anything in there that kind of outlines where this train line originates? This weird secret train line that nobody knows exists.
There's nothing that speaks that specifically, but there is there are addresses that are there that seem to be delivery addresses. They seem to be kind of end line places, and they are definitely in the east. Like nothing in the Drylands. They're all in eastern cities. As you're doing this, right? All of the lights, the lamps outside that had switched to green, all of a sudden they intensify very, very strongly, and they start to pulse, and you hear the unmistakable sound of the engine of this locomotive beginning to start. And then we'll cut back to Alira / Billy, who is now facing down you're feeding what is almost certainly a fatal dose of painkillers to the patient that's on the bed, and the foreman has burst through the door, and he says, "Doctor, what are you doing?"
I want to administer a regular dose, kind of like, if it's pills, I'll give. You said it's pills.
Mm-hmm.
I'll administer 2 pills, and then all of the extras I will set on a table side. As I'm doing that, I'll go, "Why are you in here? What are you doing?"
He says, "I came because..." "What? Did you come in the back door?" He says, "The last time I saw you, you were still in the mine, and those things were attacking." He says, when you got here, why didn't you report in and let us know that you were here?"
I'll tell him I have something I need to check on very urgently. Please wait outside. I will be with you when I am able to.
At that moment, a small elvish woman bursts in through the door behind him. She's carrying a scroll case, and she says, she goes right past this foreman. She comes right up to you. She says, Doctor, the man told me that you needed these records and the most recent records, and here they are, and I brought them to you.
I will look sort of confused and also quite angry. Well, I'll look like angry when she bursts in, right?
Yeah.
And then as she's like, I have the records, I'll be like, what? Kind of like, just leave them on my desk. Please leave me. I need to work on the patient.
She says, okay, gladly. Where would you like me to put them?
On my desk.
Okay, all right. And she looks around, as if she doesn't really know where your desk is, but she finds a desk, and she just kind of puts the things on there, and she's like, she doesn't know what, like, to salute or to do what, or she's...
You may go.
Okay, but the man, he fainted, and somebody should probably look at him.
I don't know how much it would be meta here, but I can just go like, oh, he's just exhausted. He'll be fine. Please.
Well, I guess you're the doctor.
As she leaves, I'll be like, make sure there's water for him.
Yeah.
When he's returned.
Yes, of course. Yes, absolutely, 100%, ma'am. And she turns around. She goes back out. And the foreman is just standing there, and he says, "What did you want records for?"
I'll just be like, I don't remember asking for any.
He says, okay, well, all right. I mean, and then he says, the train is on its way out.
I'll be like, yes, I'm aware. I really need to work on this patient before it leaves.
He says, why is that more important than stabilizing the control shard?
This might involve why the control, like, I'll say something like, this is likely to be an effect of the control shard being destabilized. Now, please.
Yeah, it's good. Give me a presence check.
Okay. Presence. I love that we're doing presence checks today because it's my worst stat.
Well, listen, you're the one who's trying to deceive everyone. Insight.
13 with a little bit of fear.
Okay, well, that's he says, all right. He says, but when that train rolls out of town, if that shard does not hold, you know what's going to happen. And if
I'm aware.
If that happens, I'm not going to be the one who has to report about why it happened.
I'll say, no, you will not. It will be me.
This, all right. As long as you're willing to accept that responsibility. And he turns around and he walks back out.
Okay. Is there any way I could lock the doors?
The doors back out to the main office?
Yeah. Is that an option I have?
Sure, of course. Yeah, you can lock the doors all day long.
Okay. I would like to lock the doors, including the back door, if that's an option.
Yeah. You lock all the doors. So you have locked all of the doors. They are all locked.
Okay. I'm going to give the patient the rest of the dosage now.
Okay.
Now that no one's going to question it.
Yeah.
And then I want to do my poking and prodding and, did this man get, attacked by a crystalline monster, does it look like? Or did he, inhale too much funny crystal dust?
Go ahead and roll a knowledge check.
Knowledge +0. Let's go. 13.
With fear. So you administer the dose, and it is not very long before his breathing stops. Altogether.
1 sec.
And as you kind of continue to look around, what you can tell is even after his breathing stops and after he seems to be dead, the crystalline growth continues to grow. Now, you don't have any idea. You've never seen anything like this before.
Mm-hmm.
You have no clue, like, what the cause of it might be.
I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, but you can tell that this person is continuing to be encased in crystal.
Does he have any sort of like wounds that would indicate he's been attacked by something? Maybe.
That he's being.
Like, is there a convenient stab wound somewhere from a wasp, or
No, nothing at all.
Okay.
No wounds, no, like, nothing at all
Mm-hmm.
to indicate that.
I would like to look around the room to see if there's any sort of like papers or notes or anything that might tell me more about these sorts of things.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, so you are looking around the room. Let's have you. This is a search. Let's perceive. We'll do an instinct roll for this one.
Okay. 18.
18's quite
Okay,
good.
now we're getting there.
Quite good. I'm giving you guys all the chances to roll crits
Dude,
tonight.
I'm
to
trying.
give things away,
Apparently.
and you don't want to do it.
This
Listen,
is the most
chat,
rolls we've like ever
I'm
done.
trying as hard as I can. These guys won't do it. Yeah, we've never rolled this many rolls in an episode. Yeah. So you do find some notes. Some of the notes that you find are you find that notes about the different colors of crystals. There are notes that say that green crystals suppress resonance, that red crystals seem to amplify it, right?
Okay.
You can you find logs that talk about other individuals who have been in proximity to the crystal, who have started to manifest these crystalline growths that have started to be taken out. Red minus red plus red. Yes. Green minus red plus red.
Res.
Yes. Got it.
Resonance.
Um,
Is there any notes about what the purples do? The special purples?
Yeah, the purple crystals seem to be the key to what she calls control, right? And so the overall indication is that these different colored crystals are very, very powerful, far more magnitudes more powerful than your standard Essentia crystals, and that they are going to be of extreme value to people back east, but that they are highly unstable and that they need to be stabilized through the use of what are referred to as control crystals. And the idea seems to be very, very clear that these dark purple crystals are utilized in the creating of this control mechanism. The ritual that you saw down in the central crystal chamber is something that they have to do in order to create some kind of stabilization. And it is from that ritual that they receive these sort of purple control crystals that they're able to use then to kind of make things stable. So they're shipping them back east in order to try and find a way to permanently stabilize them, where there's a much larger research facility that's in use. But when there are these periods of great instability, that seems to be when people are infected with whatever this crystalline sickness is.
Okay. Are these notes in a way that I could take them with me and it wouldn't be like a great big box or anything like that?
It's just in a journal. Like, you're basically just reading through a journal. Yeah.
Okay, I'd like to take the journal with me.
Okay.
And then I'd like to redo my disguise.
Okay.
Trying to think who would be the best. Is there any miners that I saw who looked like they were going to the miners' tents area that looked like they might... I mean, I wouldn't really know, but anyone who looked like they were kind of going to be tucked away for a while?
I mean, you saw a lot of miners. You wouldn't have any idea of what kind of these individuals do in the scheme of things, but
That's fair.
You've seen a ton of people that you could replicate.
I would like to disguise myself as a very... No, I'm gonna... exit unlock and exit the rear door.
Coming out the rear. Got it.
I'm coming out the rear. Is there anyone like watching that area?
So the watchtowers are overseeing the rear door. Yeah. And I'm sorry, did you redisguise yourself as somebody else, or are you still looking like...
No, I'm not going to do that quite yet.
Okay, got it.
Are the watchtowers watching inside or outside of the area?
From where you are inside the area, you can see that there are windows that face into the area.
Okay, but I can't see if anyone's watching me or not.
You don't see anybody. They're literally like just windows, right? So you don't immediately perceive anybody at the windows.
Could I attempt to perceive someone at the window?
Of course, yeah. I mean, I would say perhaps you would like to roll an instinct check, which is the
That's what I'm
perceive check.
thinking.
Yeah.
Alright, maybe I'll get a crit. Everyone ready? God,
It's not a crit. It's not a crit at all.
that's not
Nope.
a crit.
No.
I always think it is though because I have very bad like color vision, I guess.
I'm gonna spend a
So-
fear.
Okay.
You hear a loud blast from the train whistle. And you hear the sound of the locomotive starting to move. You hear that?
Okay.
Shh.
And the result of my roll, I don't see anyone.
You do not.
Okay. In that case, I'll just take the risk. I will like to redisguise myself as a miner. Some unassuming, low down looking miner. Who
Yeah, just like regular guy.
making
Yeah.
ends meet. Yeah. I'll spend a hope for that.
Okay.
And where do I want to go? I want to head, like, I guess I don't know if it's east, but, right. And walk. No, I'm going to walk down towards the tents.
Like down here.
Being very careful to not get run over by the train.
Yeah. Yeah. So as you go, the train is kind of pulling past. It's starting to move, slowly as you're coming down towards the miner, or down towards the thing. Silas, what are you doing right now? You hear this loud blast of the train whistle. What are you doing?
I'm looking for Silas.
Was there anything in my papers that indicated where the train's going?
Yeah. I mean, yes. Yeah. You know that it's going back east. It is going to the addresses that you looked at. Those are the stops, right? Where it's been dropping things off.
Okay. I'm gonna stuff a bunch of the papers that I have, especially the roll log and the notes from Phelan. But I'm wondering if she has any more information to give me, because, like you said, it seems like this is something that she shouldn't know. But she's making notes for herself. Why? Is she a spy or a potential ally? I don't know. So I'm gonna wait behind the door for her to come back in, but she won't see me when she enters.
Okay. All right. So you're hanging out where you're at.
Yep.
So Billy, as you start to walk down here, the train is pulling. It's kind of pulling past the station.
Okay.
And so you kind of have to stop, right, to basically let it go by, right? Because it's moving, it's in motion. And it goes by. It's not moving very quickly, right? It's kind of just pulling out. You know how a train does. It's kind of slowly pulls out of the station, right?
Yep.
The locomotive goes by, and then that coal tender car, and then there's the first car that goes by. The second car that goes by has windows along it.
I'll kind of look away from it and stuff.
You're looking away from it?
From the train, so if anyone on the train might be me or recognize me, they wouldn't really be able to see much. Just kind of, you can't see my face is the idea.
Yeah, go ahead. And
Very nondescript.
I'm going to have you roll a finesse check for that.
Okay.
It's a hide, right?
Yeah, I got a bit of a hide. A hide in plain sight, I guess. Finesse. That's the one I'm supposed to be good at. Roll. That's good enough for me.
Yeah, it's delightful. Oh, but I get my fear back. Thank you.
You can get your fear back.
As the
Awful.
train goes by, you do kind of step into the shadows, but as you step into the shadows, you see a silhouette in one of the windows.
Yeah.
And then that silhouette comes up closer to the window and like looks out, almost like it's looking in your direction. And you recognize unmistakably that it is the face of Roberto.
Interesting.
And that is our episode this week.
Ooh.
That is
Is he
our
like
episode.
shackled, or is he just bored, or what?
He's got on the train somehow. We don't know, but he ended up on the train, and the train's pulling out of town. So, true to form, he is very frogging. All right, so listen, we didn't roll any crits tonight, guys.
Which was crazy. We rolled so many times.
Didn't roll any crits, but I'm still giving away. The only problem that I'm having right now is that only one person has entered the giveaway. So chat, if you're out there, and I see there's some of you out there, if you want to enter to win some of the prizes that we're giving away tonight, please enter. Please grab those. We'll give it a couple of minutes here for you to do so. But please do. Otherwise, we're just going to do... Okay, good. Finally. We got a couple of people in there. Because otherwise, we're just going to do one giveaway. And then I guess we'll save the rest of the prizes for next time. But perfect. All right, I'm gonna give it. Let's give it another. I don't know. What do I have timers for? Oh, do I even have timers that I can employ here? Hang on. Nope, that doesn't work. Okay, I don't have timers set up on this. All right, so I'm just gonna set a timer. We're gonna do it for. We'll take a brief break. We're gonna take a 5-minute break. In that 5 minutes, please enter. If you would like to win some stuff, we've got hand painted giveaway figures. We've got some cool dice sets that we're gonna give away. So I'm gonna put it up 5 minutes just by going to the start screen. Be right back after this, and then we'll close this episode out for this week. Don't go away. You might miss good things, and we don't want that to happen.
Through the drylands dust, iron screams where the old gods rust.
All right, we're back, and we're gonna do drawings. My plan was to make it look like I was staging more meds in case the patient needs them.
I'm gonna get caught red-handed murdering someone.
All right, if you want to get tickets, get your tickets. The tickets are free. They're for loyalty points. So just if you've watched my streams at all, you have loyalty points. You can use them. I like to imagine when you were faking doctor poking and prodding, all the people watching were faking understanding what you were doing. Oh, I think it's a reasonable conclusion that that's exactly what was happening.
All 5 of us in a room with no idea what we're doing.
100%. 100%. All right, so I'm gonna close the giveaway at this point. Only 2 people have entered, so we're just gonna give away the first 2 things, and we'll hold the other ones for I guess next episode. Maybe I'll give some things away on the Discord. All right. So the first winner is gonna get a hand painted Billy figurine.
This is the grand prize.
I'm gonna obviously, I say a Billy figurine, but it's just gonna be in the form of the Doctor. So it's just gonna be a woman in a lab coat. Let's see, and the winner of that is the Couch Co-op couple. So Gentry wins.
You have a 185% chance to win.
Yeah, I don't know how it calculates that. Like, if there are 2 people, how can you have but well, it's because it multiplies. If you're a subscriber, you get a higher chance. So, okay, so Gentry wins that. And then the only other person that's in the giveaway should win the next one, hopefully. Yeah, Head of Steel. So Head of Steel gets the Silas figure if I can ever get it to print right. Because I printed it several times, and the tail will not print to save my life. So I'm working on that. But I will be. It may be, expect 4 to 6 weeks for shipping, because not only do I have to print them out, but I gotta paint them too. So I will be in touch. I've already got one figure on its way to. These will be minis though. These are tabletop play size. So you can actually play as Silas or as Billy in your own tabletop game if you would like.
Nice.
Yeah, along with their own.
I don't know the copyright there.
Right, exactly. So there's actually slightly larger. Your standard mini's 28 millimeters. Mine is just a little bit. I do them at about 125%, just because they're. It's easier to see the detail that way. And I just think they look cool, but they'll still work at tabletop. I think the odds are based on the number of tickets bought. Oh, that could be 2. That could be as well.
Supposed to be, but.
Yep. All right, so I will get those out to you guys. Listen, guys. What's going to happen next? I don't know. Maybe we've seen the last of Roberto. Maybe that train is going to take him directly out of town forever. We don't know what's happening. We don't know that perhaps there was a control crystal of some kind that was supposed to be maintained by the Doctor, who is very not on the train. So we don't know exactly what's going to happen, but it will not happen next week. Next week, unfortunately, I'm out of town. It is my birthday. I will be in Lake Tahoe, so I cannot do it.
Boy.
The following week is July 4th.
I
It is.
was going to ask if that's
we will not be streaming the following week. So we are off for 2 weeks. We gotta wait 2 weeks to find out what happens. Now, don't get me wrong. Maybe we'll slip this into a Monday stream at some point, right? Maybe we'll slide it in there. And find a way to do it. I'm off next Friday as well, or I'm off next Friday, and then I'm off the following Friday. I have all the Fridays off too, so maybe we'll make it a Friday. Stay tuned to the schedule. I don't know what's going to happen, but thank you guys. Thank you to our players who were, as always, amazing. And for those of you who won the giveaways, congratulations. I'll be in touch soon to get those things out to you. And until next time, my name is Orpheus Quine. I am your dungeon daddy, and Archers, I'm so glad you could catch it live too. It was so good to see you. Keep an eye on YouTube. It's youtube.com/@OrpheusQuine. If you are not caught up to date, you'll want to catch up. Check out the subscriber area of the Discord for the full album. of Drylands music that I have engineered along with my AI companion. But a lot of it I'm singing on. The track you're hearing right now, I'm actually singing on this track. So there's a lot of that going on. There's a lot of things going on. So until next time, thank you guys. Everybody have a great night, and we are signing off. Oh no, wait, I forgot. We always we see if we could find a another Daggerheart stream to raid, don't we? See, is there
Plant
anybody?
enthusiasts.
The
I don't see
the
anyone.
Planty boys? Is that what you said?
Yeah, isn't that what we're looking for?
Yeah, the boys who talk about plant.
The vegetation.
Biologists. I'm not seeing any other.
Nope,
Daggerheart
no other Daggerheart streams. Okay, so we're just gonna sign off. Good night. Have a good weekend and Father's Day. Yes, happy Father's Day to everybody. Take care. Thank you all. Until next time, much love. Orpheus, out. Away?
Later.
I don't know.